Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Natalie Henry Charles, and if you don't already know, I'm just a mom on a mission trying to run my business from home and raise my kids. Today we are talking about how to stop doubting yourself. I, for one, know as a mom, after you cross that motherhood threshold, you start doubting every single thing you do. Well, maybe not all, but I know when I first became a mother, I definitely started doubting myself and doubting my skill set and doubting if I could even be a really good mom. And I think that it's very important to note that if you're doubting yourself, that's actually a good thing, because it means that you're concerned. It means that you want to be a good mom, and I think that's like the first step, honestly. I want to kind of preface this conversation with a little bit about myself. So as you guys know, the channel has definitely changed. It has evolved. It has become more so my journey as a work-at-home mom and me running my business from home while raising my little ones. And so a little bit about me: I used to do custom work. I used to do custom graphic design work for clients. And when I had my first child, I had a very traumatic experience. It was very, it took me 5 months to recover from my delivery, and it was just a very traumatic experience, very not textbook, not how I was imagining it. And I think that a lot of that trauma led to postpartum depression. So coming out of having my first child, I realized that I thought I was going to go back to work after a month, and that didn't happen. Like I said, it took me almost 5 months to recover from my delivery. So trying to balance recovery with a newborn, with taking on a few clients and trying to get back into the swing of things after work, you know, it was very overwhelming, and it caused me to doubt myself a lot. Like I went through this period where I was very sad. I was very, you know, uncomfortable, and it's just crazy because like that first year of Ella's life, I don't really remember. Like I remember, but it feels like a blur. When I look at photos, I can kind of like remember things and recall things, but I think it was just so traumatic that I literally just like kind of block it out. That's kind of where this video is stemming from. This is stemming from me in that first year doubting every single move I made, and even how I came into this side of the business. So if you don't know, I do greeting cards that I illustrate myself, and then I sell them direct to customer, and I also wholesale them. So the way I happened upon this side of the industry was I was going through postpartum depression, and my sister and my husband were really like my rocks. Between the two of them, they, and therapy of course, they helped me get through that very dark stage. So it ended up being where I went to an art class, and I kind of remembered who I was, and that thought process really just led me to make this video today, because I remembered who I was before my baby. And that kind of brings me to point number 1 on how to stop doubting yourself. Remember who you were before you had children. No, I'm not talking about the crazy wild college student or whatever. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about the party goer. I'm talking about who were you before you had children? What were your aspirations? What were your goals? What did life feel like and look like for you before you had kids? And this is not to shade children. Like, I love my children. I feel like I have to preface that because it's the internet, but I love my children. But I think a lot of the times when we become mothers, we go into mommy mode and we start prioritizing them, which yes, definitely do that. But everything else falls to the wayside. You know, regarding ourselves. Like, I know for me, like before had kids, I was like working out. I was, you know, going to get my manicure every 2 weeks, my pedicure every 3 weeks, you know what I mean? So it was always where I was like upkeeping myself and maintaining myself. And then when I had kids, I realized I was not doing those things anymore. Something so simple as like, you know, a facial mask, you know, on a Sunday night, I would pamper myself and take care of myself. And now I just find myself trying to, you know, get them to bed before the emotional explosion of fatigue sets in, and then rushing off to get to work, you know, because I work when they go to sleep. So, you know, a lot of those things that I was doing before kind of fell to the wayside, you know. So really take a moment to remember who you were before. When I was gifted that art class after I had like postpartum depression for about 7 months, when I was gifted that art class, I walked into that art class and I remembered who I was as a person before I had kids. And yes, I had this traumatic experience. Yes, I was a mother now, but at the end of the day, I remembered I was an artist. And that led me to this. That led me to my business, you know. Remembering that I was an artist was pivotal in my depression. I ended up leaving that art class and being so inspired, and it was a paper marbling class. So I was like, oh my god, I can make greeting cards, I can do this, I can do that. I came out of there with so many ideas, and you know, because of that class, I remembered I was an artist. You know, yes, I had all these things, but I was still an artist. Which leads me to my second point, and that is take time to do things for yourself. Take time to do things that you're passionate about, whether it's gardening, whether it's a YouTube channel, whether it's drawing, painting, whatever you did before you were a mother and you were passionate about. Take time to do those things. So if you loved fashion before, take time to go shopping. Not right now because we're in the middle of a pandemic, but you know, maybe online shop. And you know, take time to do those things that you're very passionate about, because you don't know what will come from it. In a case like this, my drawing and my art and me having that creative outlet to express myself led to a whole business, you know what I mean? And in a case like this, where, you know, I'm doing a YouTube channel now, that's my fun time. I get to once or twice a week get all dolled up, dress up, and shoot a video for you guys, and hopefully empower you also. So it's about finding things that bring you joy and being very, very strict about it. And when I say strict, I mean because as a mother, a lot of the times, like I said, things get very, it's very easy for us to put ourselves to the side so that something can happen for the family. And the reason why I say that this is because this week it was very hard for me to record a video. Hence why I'm in the middle of a hurricane and recording a video to upload today, you know what I mean? So, you know, Hurricane Isaias is like on the coast, and I found it very hard to record, honestly. And even motivation wise, I was feeling very down last weekend. Doing that video was very hard, you know, it's very difficult, but I decided to take that time and make sure that I was strict with my time and set that boundary of, no, this is what needs to happen today. Like, we upload on Sundays, we're gonna upload on Sunday, okay? We need to upload on Sunday. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. This is what we're doing, you know? So just take that time to make sure that you're doing something that you're passionate about, and you don't know what can come from it. An income stream, maybe? Who knows? This kind of leads me to my third point, which is work on yourself. Self-development is very important. Like I said, we tend to take care of ourselves last, and one of the things that I have noticed is when my mind is strong, everything else kind of falls into place. So I have to make sure that I'm listening to proper podcasts. I have to make sure that I am taking care of myself physically. So I do need to lose my baby weight 2 years later. But you know, this is something that I'm even beginning to work on now. And now that I have made the decision to work on myself, I'm feeling a lot more confident. I'm not doubting myself as much. And you know, when you feel uncomfortable in your own skin and in your own mind, that's where the doubt begins, you know? So that leads me to my next point, which is get off social media. Stop comparing yourself. Don't compare yourself to me. Don't compare yourself to any other mother. Make sure and look at yourself in the mirror. You should be trying to be better than yourself yesterday, not Susie on social media. Like, it's fake. So get off of social media. Stop comparing yourself, even to Karen down the street. Like, is she a super mom? Maybe, but who knows what's happening behind the scenes, okay? So you have to just make sure that you are strong and confident in yourself. And the proper way to do that is, in my mind, self-development. Like, if you're gonna develop your mind, you're gonna strengthen every other area of your life. And then my final way to stop doubting yourself is to find a way to generate income. I know firsthand experience as a stay-at-home mom, it can feel a little bit, especially if you were working before. Let me preface that. Okay, so a lot of my mom friends are women who had careers pre-baby. Whether they decided to stay home with their family, whether it was a financial move that led them to start staying home. Most of my friends, most of the people, or most of the women that I know that are now stay-at-home moms, it's because they were working first. Like, they were working women. And being a working woman is something that is very empowering. When you're making money because of your mind, you're making money because you're good at something, it's very empowering. So to lose that income can be it can break you, honestly. So staying at home is fine, like if that's what you want to do, cool, you know. But I noticed that I was very sad when I wasn't making any money for my family. And the reason why I say that is, you know, I went from making an entire income to not making anything, I guess. And that was hard for me because if we wanted to do something fun, we didn't have that extra disposable income anymore. You know, we relied for a while solely on my husband. That first year of Ella's life, we relied only on Jeff's income. So something as simple as just bringing in income for your family can be very empowering. Maybe you're able to now take that trip that you wanted to take. Maybe you're able to do a renovation now on your house. Bringing in income is going to help you boost your confidence. And it doesn't necessarily have to be where you are, you know, working a job or taking on a part-time job or monetizing your hobby. It doesn't have to be that. It can even be something so simple as saving money. When I could not make an income for my family because I was trying to heal myself after Ella, what I started doing was I started couponing. And, you know, I would jump on apps like Ibotta and Rakuten and all of these apps that help you save money while you do your basic shopping. I would jump on these apps and save, you know. I've stopped doing that for a while because I'm a little bit busy. But you know what I mean? Like, if you have some extra time, these are things that you can do for your family. You know, Rakuten even helps you save while you online shop. And they have just like a plugin for your, like, I think it's like a Chrome plugin. And you just put it on your Chrome plugin and you go to the normal websites that you shop at and it helps you save money. So even just bringing in or like keeping money in, you know, keeping money in your household is a way to generate income. And in my opinion, like, I thought that was great because, you know, if I could save $10 on our grocery bill every single week, you know, it really does add up. And we were able to do a couple of things, like, you know, we did like movie nights and stuff like that. And, you know, one time we got dinner with it. So it's just nice to have like a little treat and to be like, hey hubby, you know, dinner's on me this time. You know, that really does help with confidence and to not have to depend on anyone. I'm not saying that I'm not saying not to depend on your husband, but when you can be a little bit independent, it feels really good and it helps boost your confidence. So I hope you guys found that info very helpful and very empowering. That is my job, is to help empower and to help you guys do the things that I've tried before in the past and has helped me, you know. So I hope you found that helpful. If you like this type of content, we're gonna be rolling out even more mommy goodness and work at home mom goodness. So definitely hit the subscribe button, like this video, and be sure to join us on this journey. I really hope that you'll join me in this little mom gang that I'm creating. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Have a great day, guys. Bye.